Hey everybody, welcome back to the Yong Heng Hot Rod Shop. Today I've got a really special update on our solar powered air gun. Yeah, you heard that right, solar powered air gun. I built this project a few months ago and we've got some improvements to talk about. So before we get into that, let's get a word from our sponsor and we'll get on with the show. Okay everybody, welcome back. We built this a few months ago and the improvements to it, because remember, design is a process, not an event. So sometimes the first idea we come up with is not necessarily the best, or what we have available at the time isn't the best. When I first built this, I built it with a 25 amp hour battery because I had that. And then a super kind viewer, Robert Hinsley, had offered me the gift of a 50 amp hour battery for this project, which is what I had designed it to take. And so it fit in great. So we'll look at changing that out. Here's the little 25 amp hour battery in the case. We're going to pop those terminals off and just yank this thing out. And here it is next to the behemoth 50 amp hour battery, which conveniently comes with a go handle. And there it is installed. No big deal. Super easy to change batteries in this rig. Some of the other things we did under this cover, I also put a switch in to cut the battery out of the circuit, and that allows me to put this away and not have the battery constantly get discharged by this when it's not actively charging. So it enhanced the portability dramatically. Also, again, we put this outlet in the front here and got rid of the little dongle off the front of the controller. And now we have a true 50 amp hour battery in here. We made changes to the leg set on these solar panels. Honestly, if the solar panels before were on a perfectly level area, it wasn't bad. But as soon as you put them in uneven terrain, I did some testing with this out in Aromas, California at a friend's property. I took my air guns out there and honestly, the legs just didn't work. They were too wonky, they were too wobbly. But I believe the enhancements we've made to these legs now, you will find remarkably stout and easy to print too. I designed the part to be 3D printed. So it will print pretty easily on your average 3D printer. Okay, so first up, let's take a look at what we did with the legs and how we changed those. And I'll walk you through the process of putting those together. It's super easy. No mysteries there. Here we go with the leg set. This was the original version, just a single leg on the outboard rail. And it was not very sturdy. So we're going to add another leg on this other hole. We're just going to mirror print one of the other attachment points and bolt it in here. And that is that takes just a 1/4-20 hex head bolt. 3/8 half-inch long is fine. Get that snugged up, and that part will align itself. And then we'll put the caps on the 24-inch conduit legs, which are the same as the quickie set that we sell. Here's our conduit fitting. The easiest way to put these in, just lay them on the ground and then smack them with a hammer. It doesn't get much easier than that. It takes care of all the alignment for you. It makes it real easy. So next up, we're going to put the corner bracket on. Once you get the corner bracket set, tighten that up. And then you can attach the leg to that fitting that we just put in the rail on the solar panel. And once you snug these up, they're good to go. Now this is the bracket that makes the H in the leg possible, and it slides in one axis and is clamped with a fastener in the other, and you just slide these in place. One of the things you need to do is slide these onto, if you have a different size panel, you'll need to put them on and take a measurement. And one of the interesting things about this measurement is if you measure from face to face on those black brackets and just add 3/4 of an inch, you'll get the right length every time. The pocket on those sockets is 3/8 long. So mine was 14 3/4, and you just pop that on there, and then with the threaded end, once that corner H piece is put in place, you can just drop that fastener right through that exposed hole, and that will clamp or seat that tube end into the plastic socket. And I mean, it holds like the devil. No issues there. Now you want to get these two clocked parallel with each other so that they're both in the same plane. Otherwise your legs will be all wonky, and we don't want wonky legs. Now here we have the set all installed. Both corners are addressed, and then we have the H brace across the middle there. And it's adjustable, so if you need more or less ground clearance, you can adjust it to suit. If you go back and look at this build, all of the parts that are required to make this are in the description under my affiliate links from Amazon. And I will add the new parts that I've added in the description of this video. So if you want to upgrade it, update the design, you're certainly welcome to do that. The addition of the switch on this box I think is important, and this outlet just makes things much nicer. Anyway, I think this project is now 100% serviceable. It's a joy to use. It certainly comes in handy around here with roving power outages and everything else that we face here in California. And now that we've got a new battery from Robert Hinsley, we've got a great solution going forward. As we get into winter and that sun angle starts to drop down and you get less incident light and less powerful light on your panels, you're going to not charge at the same rate. So having a little more capacity in the battery is helpful. Okay, folks, I think that about wraps it up for our episode this week. And I want to thank Robert Hinsley once again for the wonderful gift of a rather expensive Lifey battery to further the cause here at the Target Forge Yong Heng Hot Rod Shop. And remember, everybody, be a light in the darkness. I hope everyone has a wonderful week and a cooler week. It's been god-awful hot here.